marketing.
किसी ने यहाँ पे कोर्स किया है ट्रेडिशनल मार्केटिंग में?
Anyone ever done a course in marketing? What's one of the first things they teach you there? Isn't it that it's easier to sell more to an existing customer than it is to go and find new customers all the time?
ये जो है ट्रेडिशनल जो कोर्सेज होते हैं मार्केटिंग में, उसमें ये बताया जाता है, जो पहला रूल ये होता है कि जो एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर हैं, जो आपके पास हैं कस्टमर बने हुए, उनको माल बेचना ज़्यादा आसान होता है.
And if you read any book on marketing, it will also tell you that on average, it costs 6 times the amount to generate a new customer than it costs you to look after an existing customer well.
ये देखा गया है कि जो अगर आप नए नए कस्टमर ढूंढने में अपना समय लगाते हैं, तो ये देखा गया है कि आपको करीब करीब 6 गुना ज़्यादा कॉस्टली पड़ता है इसके बनस्पत कि आप जो एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर्स हैं उनके साथ काम करें.
And then, of course, the third people that this benefits are us, the distributors.
तीसरा जो एडवांटेज है वो है डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स का.
Because although we get paid the lion's share of the money we make when we sell to our own customers, we also get paid a small percentage on the sales that the people we introduce make to their customers, and the people they introduce make to their customers, and so on. So we end up getting paid on these multiple levels of distributors and customers. This is how multi-level marketing got its name.
जो तीसरा एडवांटेज है जो ट्रेडिशनल मार्केटिंग में और इस मार्केटिंग में है, वो है डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरशिप का. डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरशिप में जब आप लोगों की हेल्प करते हैं कि वो भी कस्टमर्स को माल बेचें, तो आपको अपने कस्टमर्स से जो प्रॉफिट होता है वो तो होता ही होता है, परंतु जो आपके नीचे डाउन लाइन्स हैं, जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स हैं, जब वो अपने कस्टमर्स को देते हैं तो आपको भी उसका परसेंटेज मिलता रहता है और एक बहुत बड़ा अमाउंट होता है ये.
It also means that once we as distributors have built an organization like this, we can continue to receive the income from it whether we're working or whether we're not. It is in effect a pension or a royalty style income.
इनका बताने का ये था कि ये एक पेंशन प्लान है जो नीचे का जो है वो ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस से अलग क्यों है कि एक परमानेंट पेंशन प्लान है. आप काम करें या आप आराम करें, आपकी जो इनकम है वो एक परमानेंट इनकम है.
And the royalty income, that was the main thing when I went to look at this business that got me involved. Because a royalty income, I guess the best industry to describe it to is the music industry. Has everyone here heard of the Beatles?
Yes.
Yes? Has everyone here heard of Paul McCartney from the Beatles? Paul McCartney never needs to go into a recording studio and pick up his bass guitar and sing ever again, because he is still receiving millions and millions and millions of pounds a year in royalties for work he did in the 1960s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s.
जो रॉयल्टी इनकम है वो एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण इनकम है, एक आय है जो आपको इस सिस्टम से मिलती है. जैसे एक एग्जांपल लें, आपने बीटल्स का नाम सुना होगा. एक बहुत बड़ा एक म्यूजिक का एक ग्रुप था, उनके ऊपर एक पिक्चर भी बन चुकी है. उनका बहुत बड़ा ग्रुप था. द नेम वाज पॉल मकानो. वो जो है वो 1960-70 जो भी उन्होंने गाने गाए थे, उसके बाद वो कभी भी अपने स्टूडियो में भी नहीं गए गाने के लिए, कभी उन्होंने गिटार भी नहीं उठाया. परंतु अगर आप उनकी इनकम देखें तो बहुत बड़ी इनकम है.
And I knew about royalty incomes because I'd also sung, been a singer in a band part-time for 20 years.
Okay.
Obviously not successfully enough to make it as a singer, though. So, no, I'm not singing. Trust me, you wouldn't want me to. Anyway, so what we have with this model is not just a win-win situation, it's a win-win-win.
Yes.
Because the customer wins, the company wins, and we, the independent distributors, win.
Yes. नॉर्मली जो है वो मार्केटिंग में या मैनेजमेंट में एक सिचुएशन होती है विन 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 लॉस विन विन लॉस विन, कई सिचुएशन होती है. परंतु एफएलपी में अगर देखें तो ये सिचुएशन इससे भी बहुत बढ़ के है विन विन विन, कंपनी की भी जय जयकार, आपकी भी जय जयकार और कस्टमर्स की भी जय जयकार।
And when I invented this diagram to explain to new people the difference between a traditional business and how our business works, I wanted to give it a name. And I think you can see why I called it the frog spawn diagram, frog's eggs diagram.
जो है ये नए लोगों को विशेष रूप से बताने के लिए बनाया गया है कि ये जो ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस है उसमें और इसमें कितना बड़ा फर्क है। इस डायग्राम को ये फ्रॉक्स डायग्राम के नाम से कहते हैं।
So please, if you haven't seen this before, please feel free. This is a great way, I find, of explaining to new prospects for our business. This is a great diagram to explain how our business works in comparison to a traditional business.
ये जो डायग्राम है इसको याद रखिएगा, दिमाग में रखिएगा, क्योंकि जब आप किसी को फॉरएवर लिविंग प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में बताते हैं, नेटवर्किंग के बारे में बताते हैं, तो ये डायग्राम बहुत बड़ी हेल्प करेगा ये बताने में कि ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस में और हमारे फॉरएवर लिविंग प्रोडक्ट्स के बिजनेस में क्या फर्क है।
So, you're going to do some work now because we're going to work on one of the key skills in our industry. And I want you to find somebody in this room that you don't know, and I want you to interview them. I'm going to give you 8 minutes to interview a person, so 4 minutes each. And what you're going to do when you interview them is you're going to ask them these questions. Now, what background, that's not where somebody lives. I don't want to get into Mumbai, Delhi all over again. Okay, what that is what they do for a living. When they joined Forever, what position they've reached, what attracted them to networking. So networking, it could be the royalty income. What attracted them to Forever, it could be they liked the products. And what they want to achieve. Now, does everyone understand the exercise?
Yeah, you'll be doing practically this.
Sorry?
Practically you'll be doing.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be doing this. You're going to be doing some work right now.
Right now, अभी हम इस समय एक कोई भी जो दूसरे को जानता नहीं है, जो मतलब जान पहचान नहीं है, कोई डाउनलाइन नहीं है, कोई संपर्क नहीं है उसका, वो जो है उससे इंटरव्यू लेगा और ये सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे, जैसे बैकग्राउंड पूछेंगे, इतना ही नहीं सिर्फ कि मुंबई से है, थोड़ा ज़्यादा बैकग्राउंड, ठीक है ना, डिटेल में थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड पूछना है, उन्होंने क्यों ज्वाइन किया फॉरएवर लिविंग प्रोडक्ट्स, उनकी क्या पोजीशन है आज की डेट में, वो जो है उनको क्या ऐसा अच्छा लगा कि वो फॉरएवर लिविंग प्रोडक्ट्स करने के लिए उत्साहित हैं, और जो है वो फॉरएवर लिविंग प्रोडक्ट्स से किस तरह की आशाएं रखते हैं। So this will be doing practically here with some people.
Before we start, though, I want you to understand why we're doing this. Because the key skill in our business is communication. And people think communication is what we say. But God gave us ears and a mouth in a ratio of 2 to 1. And yet sometimes, with a lot of people, you'd think it's the other way round, that we had 2 mouths and 1 ear. So here's a little tip for you. Every time I meet a new person, I make sure that either while I'm meeting them, I'm writing some information about them down. So I always have a little notebook with me. Or as soon as the meeting has finished, I get my notebook out and I write notes down about them afterwards.
इस एक्सरसाइज करने का एक मकसद ये है कि हमारी जो कम्युनिकेशन स्किल है, हमारी जो बातचीत करने का, क्योंकि हमारा जो बिजनेस है वो कम्युनिकेशन पे आधारित बिजनेस है, तो हमारी जो कम्युनिकेशन स्किल हैं वो बढ़े, पहली चीज़ है। इसीलिए हमको जो बात करनी है, हमको जो बोलना है वो कितना बोलना है, क्या बोलना है, इसलिए इन्होंने जैसे एक एग्जाम्पल दिया कि भगवान ने भी हमें 2 कान दिया और 1 मुंह दिया है, ठीक है ना। तो हमें जो बोलना है उसको हमको इम्प्रूव करना है, उसके लिए हम एक एक्सरसाइज करेंगे।
Because if you listen to people carefully, they will tell you what they want. They will tell you what they're looking for. They will tell you the reasons that you can then use to present the opportunity back to them.
इसको जब हम बातचीत करेंगे ये वाली, तो इसका एक मेन मकसद ये रहेगा कि जो सामने वाला जो बता रहा है, जो हमने क्वेश्चन किया है, तो उसकी बात को बड़े ध्यान से सुना जाए कि वो आदमी जो है वो क्या ढूंढ रहा है, किस चीज़ की तलाश में है, उसके क्या क्या कारण है कि वो इन सब चीज़ों को पाना चाहता है, इसको बड़े ध्यान से सुनना है, इसके लिए एक्सरसाइज की जाएगी।
So let's say you met somebody and they told you that they hated their job because they hated their boss. And in that day, you met 5 other people. And you didn't make any notes. And then the following day, you woke up and thought, now which one was it that told me they didn't like their boss? And if you haven't written it down, then you won't be able to go back to them and say, hey, you know, yesterday we met and you told me you didn't like your job, you didn't like your boss. I think I have a way that you could get out of your job and get away from your boss.
जब सुनना है, जब हमने दूसरे को बात कर रहे हैं, तो आपके पेन और पेंसिल हमेशा तैयार रहनी चाहिए। आप जो है, जो भी कुछ आपको बताया जा रहा है सामने वाले के द्वारा, उसको आप नोट करिएगा। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल किसी ने बताया था कि उसको अपनी कंपनी पसंद नहीं है या वो अपने बॉस से घृणा करता है, और आप भूल गए थोड़ी देर बाद कि भाई किसने कहा था। आप बहुत सारे लोगों से मिले और किसने कहा था कि वो अपने बॉस को पसंद नहीं करता है, और अगले दिन आपके लिए प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है। परंतु अगर आपने नोट किया है और आप सामने वाले को बताते हैं कि हाँ, आप जो हैं, आपको अपनी कंपनी पसंद नहीं है या आप संतुष्ट नहीं हैं, तो आप उसको बता सकते हैं कि मेरे पास एक ऐसा जरिया है, एक कंपनी है जो कि आपको पसंद आएगी, और उसके बारे में आप बता सकते हैं।
And here's a little tip for you. A blunt pencil remembers more than a sharp mind.
ठीक है, या इसी को एक चाइनीज वो है कि जो 2 बूंदें हैं वो एक शार्प माइंड से भी ज़्यादा होती हैं, इसलिए जो है नोट करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है।
Always make sure you have a pen or a pencil and some paper to make notes about people when you're meeting them and talking to them about the opportunity.
इसलिए जो है आपके पास आपका पेन या पेंसिल कुछ भी लिखने के लिए हमेशा तैयार होनी चाहिए जब भी आप लोगों से बात करें।
In fact, what my team does and what many teams in the UK do is we have online a sheet which we have all the space, the bits for people's details, their name, their address, their phone numbers, their email address. And then there's a bit underneath with lots of boxes like, are they self-employed? Are they successful? Are they caring? Are they, you know, all of that kind of thing. And then underneath there's a whole bit where you can write the date and you can write notes about every time you speak to them. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes. यूके में इनके पास एक सिस्टम होता है जिसमें इन्होंने एक शीट तैयार कर रखी है, जिसमें कि जो भी कॉन्टैक्ट पर्सन है उसका नाम, पता वगैरह सब कुछ होता है। उसके नीचे जो है वो लिखा जाता है, उसके इंटरेस्ट वगैरह लिखे जाते हैं कि वो किस तरह की चीज़ें पसंद करता है या उसके इंटरेस्ट क्या है, हॉबीज़ क्या हैं, और उसके नीचे है नोट्स लिखने के लिए जगह है। तो जब भी आप मिलते हैं तो उसमें वो आप कुछ ना कुछ एंटर करते रहते हैं।
In fact, if you go to my website, it's not very sophisticated, but everything on there is for free, and you can take whatever you want from my website. I have product presenter, information sheets, I have telephone scripts so that you can do that. Please feel free, take anything you want from my website. It's there for anyone to use. Please use it with my blessing.
GROUPDYNAMICS.org
Group
ग्रुप है
Dynamics.
GROUP groupdynamics.org
Org,
org
as in organization.
org organization।
Okay.
आप जो है इस साइट में जा सकते हैं, बहुत सी इंफॉर्मेशन है, बहुत सी इंफॉर्मेशन है इसमें अवेलेबल, और आप बिल्कुल फ्री इसमें से इंफॉर्मेशन ले सकते हैं। Many downloads are there in this?
Sorry?
Downloads are there.
Downloads, scripts, sheets, product launch presenter, take whatever you want.
इसमें से
And keep going back because we're always adding new things to there as well. Okay, so now it's your turn to do some work. I'd like you to find somebody you don't know in the audience, and I'd like you to spend 4 minutes each interviewing them. So go. You've got 8 minutes between you to find somebody you don't know and then start interviewing them. Okay. How many people? Ho gaya. Ho gaya. How many people just made a new friend in Forever? Okay. I noticed that some people, for whatever reasons, didn't participate in the exercise. And I think that's a shame, because every time I do this, it's really interesting to me to see how people find other people who they've never spoken to in Forever. And you know, sometimes we can live in our little isolated bubble. And sometimes it's really nice to find another face in Forever that you can say hello to. Are you on?
हेलो हेलो हाँ इन्होंने देखा है कि कुछ लोग बड़ा सीरियसली बहुत अच्छा काम किया यू कैन क्लैप फॉर योरसेल्फ हाँ परंतु कुछ लोग जो थे बड़े संकुचित थे अपनी जगह में बैठे थे कहते ना कुएं का मेंढक वाली बात है बाहर निकलना नहीं चाहते हैं बहुत दुख हुआ इनको इस बात का कि बहुत से लोग अपनी सीट में बैठे थे उन्होंने कुछ कोशिश भी नहीं की कि किसी नए फ्रेंड के साथ बात की जाए ये एक बहुत अच्छा मौका था नए नए दोस्तों को मिलने का एफएलपी फैमिली को मिलने का परंतु एनीवे आपने अच्छा काम किया है वी कैन प्रोसीड
And you know, in my experience of all the countries I've visited in the Forever world, it's where all the teams work together to help each other. That's where the countries have the best success.
और वो कंट्रीज इन्होंने बहुत से देश देखे हैं बहुत से देशों में गए और वही कंट्रीज या वही देश तरक्की कर रहे हैं या उन्होंने तरक्की की है जहां पे लोगों ने एक दूसरे की सहायता की है
You know, I don't care whether you're in Sunil's downline or Umesh's downline or Simon's downline. I don't care whether you come from Delhi. I don't care whether you come from Shillong. I don't care whether you come from Mumbai. What I do know and what I do care about is giving you the message that if you work together, then your success will be greater.
तो इससे कोई मतलब नहीं कि आप दिल्ली से आए हैं हैदराबाद से आए हैं बेंगलोर से आए हैं या मुंबई के हैं इससे कोई मतलब नहीं है अगर आप एक साथ मिलकर काम करेंगे तो आपकी जो तरक्की होगी वो एक अलग ही तरक्की होगी
So, back to the exercise. How many people found themselves listening much harder when they were having this little exercise? Who found they were using both their ears really well doing this? Whoa.
Good. ये सब वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने दोनों कानों का इस्तेमाल किया एक कान का नहीं किया
Great. Okay, so who'd like to volunteer to come up on stage and introduce their new friend? This
Yes.
gentleman would, because he had his hand up first. Come on up.
Yes, please.
I introduce a lady Naseem from Hyderabad. She's manager. As she's manager in FLP. She joined FLP because of her husband. Her husband was operated for open heart surgery. And she was in this company because of her husband. They used 4 products, initially gel, Arctic Sea, garlic thyme, and they got very good results. And they become assistant supervisor. Eventually they got first check, and they share their testimony with others. And with sharing this testimony with others, they become manager in Hyderabad. And I think I meet a very good friend that everyone want to share their own experience. And sharing is good thing. Share your happiness, share your sorrow, share everything with others. And I think help others what they want, you will get what you want. And I learned this from Naseem. Thank you, Naseem.
Thank you. Okay, who else wants to introduce a new friend? Okay, this lady here. It's the battle of the sexes. We must have as many women as men. As my wife is always telling me.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jyotsna from Mumbai. I have just met Nikhil from Jalandhar, and I found a very good friend indeed. He had joined network marketing 2004, July 2004. And in fact, he was involved in network marketing company, some other company, as a student. And he found that he's earning good pocket money, much bigger pocket money what his father used to give him. So he was in fact, he found it a very good way of earning money. So, but while working for 4 years with that company, I'm nervous. So while working for 4 years with that company, he was not somehow satisfied with the culture in the company, and the support from the company was not good. So while he was working hard, he was not happy. So then he quit that company and he found an alternative in FLP. And he met our great man, the leader, Mr. Amarjit Thubi, who convinced him about the FLP culture and all. In fact, we don't need to be convinced about FLP culture. Once you get into the office, you yourself get convinced that, yeah, FLP is the great opportunity. And what he was looking for was the culture, the comfort with the company he found with us. And he joined FLP, and he's still, with us. I think my voice is trembling. So he's a very, very successful person with us today. And his objective to achieve the company is that he wants to retire early and rich, which is just impossible in any other profession, I suppose. And he's looking forward to it. And I'm very happy to see you here, Nikhil. And thank you too that I got a good friend today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You know, it takes courage to come up on stage and speak in front. So can you give both these people another round of applause, please? Okay, what I want you to do now is I want you to just shout out. I'm not going to ask anyone else to come out, but I want you just to shout out the profession of the person who you've just interviewed. So what do they do for a living? Hang on, calm down. Travel agent, student, teacher, housewife, civil engineer, hang on, aeronautical engineer, okay. This is where my spelling comes into. Nautical engineer, crikey, I hope I've spelled that right. TV director, I can guess who that one was. Finance, gold designer, jewelry designer, paramedic, marketing, what? Plumber. What does this tell you? Anyone can do this business. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter whether you have education or no education. It doesn't matter whether you've had a good job. It doesn't matter whether you've been a brain or a road sweeper. This opportunity is equal for anyone who is prepared to work the opportunity.
तो आपको ये क्लियर हो गया होगा अभी तक ये सरेआम पढ़ते हुए ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप एक अच्छी जॉब में हो, आपके पास जॉब ही ना हो, आप ज़्यादा पढ़े लिखे हो, आप पढ़े लिखे ना हो, आप जो हैं ब्रेन सर्जन हो या आप स्वीपर हो, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। ये सारे नाम बताते हैं कि सारे लोग नेटवर्किंग कर सकते हैं। नेटवर्किंग कोई भी कर सकता है।
So, I want you to think about successful people for a moment. Now, they don't have to be successful in business. They could be successful in sport, like Sachin Tendulkar, or the bad boy.
बज
They could be a successful teacher, because they are great at inspiring the children they teach. They can be a successful mother, because they're great at bringing up their children, and their children turn out to be fine, upstanding citizens. But I just want you to think for a moment about the qualities of successful people. So, has everyone been thinking about successful people? What I want you to do is I want you to shout out to me the qualities that you think a successful person needs to have.
जो है आपके विचार में जो लोग सक्सेसफुल हैं, जैसे इन्होंने एग्जांपल दिया था कि सचिन तेंदुलकर एक प्लेयर है, क्रिकेटर है, आपको सबको पता है वो सक्सेसफुल हैं, उनमें क्या क्वालिटी है? या कोई मदर हो, एक मदर है जिसने अपने बच्चों को अच्छा पढ़ाया लिखा है, आप कहते हो बड़ी सक्सेसफुल मदर है, उस मदर में क्या क्वालिटी है? तो ये आपसे जानना चाहते हैं कि अगर आपके विचार में कोई सक्सेसफुल है तो उसमें क्या क्या क्वालिटीज हो सकती हैं?
Before we do this exercise, I need your agreement. And I need to ask you a question. Did I give you these qualities, or did you give them to me?
Yes.
Okay? Don't think we need to translate that. Good. Because what we're now going to do is we are going to go through...
स्विच ऑफ किया है, स्विच ऑफ किया है।
We're now going to go through each of these qualities of successful people that you've given me. Okay, calm down. It's only a mobile phone.
आप-
No need to get upset about it. We're going to go through these, and we're going to divide them into two categories: skills and attitude.
ये जो है सारी क्वालिटीज ये आप ही नहीं बताई हैं।
And we're going to underline attitudes in blue and skills in red. Now, some of them may be both. But you're going to tell me, I'm not going to tell you, you're going to tell me whether these are skills or attitudes.
इसमें जो है बहुत से ऐसे,
Listener,
आप बताइए ये स्किल है या एटीट्यूड है?
it's got to be both, because you've got to want to be a listener, haven't you? Because we all know people who just want to talk. Vision. Happy. Desire. Determined.
बोलिए बोलिए बोलिए,
Consistent.
तेज बोलिए।
Positive. Teachable. No.
Teachable.
It can't be. You've got to want to be. How many people here know children that go to school and don't want to learn? Okay, it's got to be an attitude. We're not talking about the information that's going in. We're talking about turning up at a training like today and wanting to learn. Now, that's not a skill, folks. That's an attitude.
टीचेबल एटीट्यूड है।
Discipline. Oops, I didn't mean to cross that out, by the way. Patience. Caring. Ethical. Good communicator. Both.
बहुत।
You've got to want to be a good communicator. We know plenty, we have a really big problem in Britain at the moment because all the young kids, they want to talk like Jamaican gangsters. No, I'm serious. Even white kids want to talk like Jamaican gangsters. So they're talking this like subculture language. They obviously don't want to be able to communicate with the rest of the population. So it's got to be an attitude as well as a skill. Does everyone agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah? Committed.
बोलिए, बोलिए।
Focus. Self-motivated. Time management. Okay, let's put that down as a skill because I do think that one. Generous. Hardworking. I'll say both, but let's face it, you can't really teach people to work hard. Sincere. Never give up. Stick-to-itiveness.
Attitude.
Honesty. Belief. Ambitious.